Touchscreens. Did you ever wondered how it works? Why is it so simple to barely touch it to do whatever you want? If you want to know how your phone knows what you want to do, you're at the right place. We are using them every day. ATMs, ticket distributors, phones, some laptops, iPads, and so on and so forth. The mechanism is way more complicated than you think. You will see in this video step by step how it works and how it became one of the most used technology nowadays. Maybe let's start from the beginning. The first touchscreen ever invented was the resistive touchscreen. You can find them on old devices such as on a Nintendo DS or even public devices as a ticket dispensers or an ATM. Those screens are built with two thin layers that are separated from each other. The deal here is to click hard enough in order that the first layer in contact with your finger touches the second layer. This signal will be sent to the head computer to treat the information and make something out of it. What's crappy about it is that you cannot just barely touch the screen. It will obviously not work. You must press it with a small amount of pressure. Also, it is quite hard to touch it at two different places at the same time. But you know the thing, the only goal here is to press OK on the ticket distributor, so it's not a big deal. In fact, it is the cheapest touchscreens out there. Furthermore, the other big advantage is that you can press the screen with anything. Your fingers, a pen, gloves, or even your shoes. That's kind of dirty though, but you get it. By pressing hard on the screen, it will obviously deteriorate as time goes by. That is why some old ATMs in the streets are so frustrating and do not work as they should. And then there is when we press harder than ever before by frustration, and that breaks it even more, right? And then comes the capacitive screens, the most expensive ones, but this one do not bend when you touch it. They are in most smartphones screens, and of course they are the easiest ones to use. It is still a contact system since there are still two layers. However, what changes is the lower layer, that is an electrical grid. When you touch your screen with something that conducts electrical current, such as your finger, an electrostatic field is created right below the upper layer, which is simply the glass screen. The information is sent directly to the head computer in order to show what you just did. We are all kind of electrical since without this, we would not be able to make things work. In other words, you might not be able to make the screen work with simple gloves, but you can buy those touchscreen gloves anyway. But your shoes is not appropriate anyways, and doesn't work either since it is not electrically conductive. Hey, by the way, you could try it out right now. Take a non-conductive object such as a pen or a plastic object, touch your phone with it, and you will see that nothing will happen. The problem is that when it is rainy, all the drops will make a mess with the touchscreen since water is electrically conductive. You might already have experienced this. The screens start to click everywhere and there is no way for you to use your phone properly unless you clean your screen. Phone makers tend to use the capacitive touchscreens nowadays, but it is also the most expensive ones. So resistive touchscreens might actually be used more often on public devices and the capacitive ones on personal machines. We can obviously talk about a different type of screens that is being created at the moment. It is only a prototype. Imagine being able to feel the buttons while you're on your phone. It is actually not science fiction. Cactus Technology showed us a brand new touchscreen that could be able to change its relief depending on what the screen shows. Imagine being able to play Fortnite on your phone with actual buttons. It would be 10 times more handy, but let's wait for its industrialization. It's not for today anyways. I would make a dedicated video on the topic in the future. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and see you soon in another discovery on how things work.